going to show you how to set up a Google Calendar or a Google Hangout invite using Google Calendar and also using your Google Classroom to help send that out. So I find it always easiest to go to calendar.google.com and that will bring you to the day. So I need to set up an office hours for my Math 3 support class, and I'm going to do that on Thursday morning. So I'm going to scooch over to Thursday. I'm going to scroll up to 9 a.m. just going to see what's going on. And what I can do is I can hit this create button over on the left-hand side. So I'm going to hit create, and I always find it easier to just hit more options and go to the bigger screen. So I'm going to say Math 3 support office hours, and I would like this to happen from 9 a.m. until 9:30 a.m. So I'm going to do just 30 minutes. And I would like this to repeat every week. I don't want to have to put it in every week. So I'm going to hit custom actually because I want it to repeat every week on Thursdays, but I would like it to end eventually. And so I'm going to say I'm going to have this end June 5th because that's when school is over. I'm going to add conferencing. And if I want to post the link to my Google Hangout, I can just copy this and hit, nope. I'm going to actually wait until later, but I'll be able to copy and paste that once it's actually finalized. And then what I really want to do is I want to change this from my calendar to the GSHS staff office hours. And so now it's going to show up in that office hours calendar that everybody else can see. Now to add guests, I'm actually going to go to classroom.google.com. And I need to actually add my Math 3 support class. And remember that classes that end in 2 are second semester, whereas classes that end in 1, let's see if I can find it there, is first semester. So although I have the same students first and second semester, I'm not going to pick my first semester class. I'm going to pick my second semester class in case something funky is going on. So I'm going to go to people. I'm going to click, and I'm going to click email. And I'm not actually going to send them an email. I don't actually want to do that. But this generates that list of all my students in that class. So I'm going to put my cursor up here in this BCC kind of area. It stands for blind copy. Blind carbon copy is what it actually stands for. And I'm going to hit Command A to select all. You'll notice that they were all white, Command A, and that selects all of them, and now they're gray. And I'm going to then hit Command C to copy them all. And I'm going to go back to my calendar, and I'm going to do Command V and hit Enter, and now all of my students have entered there. Now, here's the thing that might actually be a little tricky, and tricky is not the right word, but something that you need to remember. I would like this to show up on my personal calendar, and so I don't actually ever want to look at the office hours calendar for the most part. It overwhelms me, makes me want to cry a little bit, and so I'm going to actually type in M. Hartman at rfschools.com, and also actually I know that there's a student who I work a lot with who has asked me to include her on those office hours. So I've added an extra student just for fun. And now I'm going to hit save. And it's going to send invites to everybody. So now I can actually turn off the GSHS staff office hours because that's too much for me to handle. But I see here that it says Math 3 support office hours in my calendar. I'm going to click it and I'm going to say, yes, I'm going. And I'm going to say this and following events. And now it's going to show up on my calendar all the time. And I just realized actually that my name wasn't on that. So I'm going to click the GSHS staff office hours again. I'm going to find it, Math 3 support office hours. I'm going to click the little edit and I'm going to add in Hartman just in case anybody cares, this and following events. Okay, don't send. Nobody wants that email. But this allows it to show up on the GSHS staff office hours, and I can unclick and make sure that, hey, it is showing up on my office hours as well. As always, if you have any questions, let me know. Don't hesitate to ask, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Thanks.